Hi there, welcome back to Let's Play. This is card number 4 that we're going to make in. As you can see, it's a little bit different to the other ones we've done so far. Today we're going to focus on pattern papers, a little bit of texture paste, and we are also going to be using watercolor pencils. I just use normal Staedtler watercolor pencils. You can obviously go with the more expensive brands, or you can use watercolor paints, which are quite affordable. Alright, that's it. Hope you like what you see, and let's play. First thing we're going to do is we're going to need our playing card. I'm not working in any particular order, I just take a card out the packet. This card, I've kept the red for the card though, because of the bright colors of the actual finished product. I didn't want to add black. So we are going to use a scrap piece of paper, and we are literally just going to be tracing off the size of our card. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to create our sunburst template. So starting on the end, just in the middle over there, we are going to create lines. These are going to form your template pieces, which you are going to then cut out of pattern paper to create your little sunburst. Okay, most important thing, you need to number these pieces, because I promise you, you will not remember where anything goes when you are done. Again, this piece here, we're not going to cut out. You can see I've kept it so that I can still see my number. Alright, please excuse my board is still sticky. Right, we're going to cut this out. Just roughly, does not have to be perfect. And we are going to cut out each template piece individually. And these are going to be traced onto pattern paper and cut out to form your different pieces. I have used a range of paper, local brand, Art from the Heart, and I'm going to now use those to create my pieces. This is also why we number it, so that we can remember what sequence we are in. So number 1 will be orange. We are literally just going to hold it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we are going to cut. So there's your template number 1. Right, template number 2 is going to be yellow, if you have a look. So we found our number 2, which is over there. And we are going to place it also on an edge of a paper. Save some cutting. You can trace if you want to. Don't have enough hours in my life. Alright, so there is your template number 2, which will go next to it. We're going to do that with all of them. Again, we're going to do orange, yellow, green, that, and then we'll carry on with the rays of color. Once each piece has been cut, you are going to take your scissor and you are going to just roughly distress the edges. Just adds a little bit of texture so you don't land up with these perfect edges on your card. Alright, I tear mine here and there just to give it a nice rough edge. So you can have a look at the card. It's got this cute little rough edge on it. Okay, once all that is done, I'm not going to spend hours standing here doing that for you. You are going to take your blank card. I have already gone ahead and prepared these ones. And I just use Tombow. It's my favorite liquid glue. Okay, and these you can now stick onto your card. It's going to be quite slippery, so just try and hold it in place, and you can move it up and down as you need while it's still quite so slippery. Okay. Remember, Tombow, less is more. You don't have to use the whole bottle. It does go quite far. When you get to this part here, you can see it overlaps a little bit, so just stick that into the corner. I haven't bothered neatening off my edges, I just left them rough. I thought it looked quite cute. Okay, there we go, and that one can go over the top like so. You will see you're going to land up with a mishmash of edges in the corner here. Don't worry about that. That's where the pinwheel comes in. So once this is done, I then am going to take my stencil. I'm using a Celebrate stencil. the distressed patterns. I like the circles because it works well with the watercolor pencils. And again, my little birdie paste. And you are going to apply some stenciling just to the body of the card. So anyway, just to give it a little bit of texture. Remember, less is more. You can have a look. And I'm going to put a little bit more on the bottom. All right. Once that is done, just for today, you can normally let it air dry. I'm just going to let this dry now with my heat gun, just to save a little bit of time. It does dry quite quickly actually. Alrighty. There we go. All nice and dry. It's touch dry at least. And then I'm going to let that dry a few seconds just while we make the pinwheel. Easiest way to do a pinwheel on this project, we just need a small one. I have got a punch. It's just a 5 centimeter square punch, but you can just do it yourself. Literally, you are just going to punch out a square. Once that's done, we are going to cut into the middle. Remember, don't go all the way into the middle because you need to fold these inwards. I'm sure everybody by now in their life has made a pinwheel. And you can decide, I'm going to use the blue on the outside. Fold it over, that it overlaps the center. All the parts. And using a hole piercer, which I did have, now it's gone, I'm going to attach that to my card. Okay, I have no idea what happened to my hole piercer, so I'm just going to use my craft knife and a brad. Right, so that will just go through. It'll hold it in place on your card. You can go all the way through, and you have your cute little pinwheel on your card. Oops, sorry guys, my bad. I forgot I have added some torn mesh underneath. Alright, so that should actually, before we put that on, you can stick that through. This also just gives it another layer. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. And there is that. So what I've done now with the watercolor pencils is I've just taken, I used the orange because I thought it went quite nice with my color scheme, and a bit of water. Dab the edge of your pencil in the water, and I have gone around the edges of my card with the watercolor pencil. I've even gone over the actual edge of the card there as well. I've also just colored in wherever, just to have a little bit more of a bright color, that it just stands out a little bit more. You can now go and color those parts in. Alright, and then to finish it off, okay, not like that, I have just go with your pencil with the water and give these pieces, just mind your mesh out the way, just a little bit of color. And once that's done, you can then just use your paintbrush and just lightly go over it. Here again, you can just add a little bit, it just adds a little bit of color to your page, bringing in the orange that you want to add. Alright, and then the last thing as usual is I have dug in again into all my cutout packets that I've got, and I found these cute words. These were from Scrapbook Studio that she designed a layout, designed a range of paper, I mean, and I've just cut out a few wordies, and those are going to go again with Tombow onto my page. Move that one up a little bit. Okay, obviously let all this stuff dry properly. I'm working fast for you guys. There we go. And that is your card for the week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Can't wait to see your creations. Remember, don't post them here, post them under the other post where it shows the photos of the layout. Great, thanks girls, enjoy, bye.